Hey guys, it's Deb with Art and Grace, and hope everybody's having a good day. It's turning into evening now, and I wanted to get in a little painting just for myself. This is not anything for an event or anything like that. It's just for me. So hopefully there'll be some people that join. I was thinking that I've been doing this Christmas in July for the month, and everything I've been doing is Christmas. So decided to do something kind of summery. So I've got these wood coasters and decided to do something with them, and they don't have to be used as wood coasters. I'm one of those people that will take something and make it into something else. So you can use it as a coaster, or you could use it as a cute little ornament. Just put a little string or ribbon to hang. You could drill a hole even and hang. So there's a lot you could do. So I'm going to try painting, I think, a sunflower or sunflowers. I don't know. We're just going to see how it goes. So I'll turn you down so you can see. And if you're here, would you let me know? I can see that people are here, but I can never tell who. So unless you comment, I don't think I'll be able to see. And I'm going to get it going over here on the computer so that I can hopefully keep up with some comments. But of course, as always, if I miss anybody, I'll go back and read them. So if you're getting on, let me know that you're here. I have trouble getting my comments to pull up sometimes, but it could just be that I don't have anybody yet. But anyway, I was just a little, I'm Christmased out right now from doing the Christmas in July. So I'm doing something summery, which I haven't done, I don't think, live yet. So anyway, hopefully we'll have somebody join and let me know they're here. But I'm going to turn you down where you can see what I do. Bear with me. It's hard to figure out exactly what you need to see. I think that works. If you can see this, would you let me know by either hearts or comment or something? Hearts work because I can see that from my viewpoint. Can anybody see it? Oh, good. Now I'm to where I can see comments. So, okay, so I'm going to start getting my paint set out. I'm going to use all kinds of, you'll just see all kinds of colors. I really definitely don't need that much, but oh good, I saw a heart go up, so somebody's here. I always kind of wonder, unless you see comments, you don't know. Just feels like you're by yourself. Where you're located, are you still kind of in lockdown, or are you getting out? What's the situation where you guys live? When you're coming on, let me know. Curious what it's like everywhere else. I really haven't been out hardly at all since this whole thing started, and yeah, I'm stir crazy. I'm ready to be out doing things. Oh, background. I think I'm going to show you how I do a little, just a simple background, but it gives it some dimension with different colors. Where's my blue? So if you're here, if you get on, let me know you're here. Just say hi or tell me where you're from, something, so I can see who's here. Okay. This is a tiny surface, so it won't take a whole lot. So to start, I'm just getting my brush a little bit wet, and then I'm going to take a little blue and a little green, mix those together, and then add a little yellow. So that's what it looks like. Can you see that? Oh good, I saw something. And then just start putting it on. I'm not putting a base coat on this. Sometimes I will base coat them, but I'm just kind of practicing tonight. I just wanted to have fun really and just get on here and paint. So I don't worry about a base coat. Who knows how this will even look when I'm done. Hey, Misty. Hey, Serenity. I am so glad y'all are here. It feels so funny when you're just by yourself talking, and so I love knowing somebody's there. Y'all had a good day? Anything going on? I was asking if anybody has been out or y'all staying in. I know, Misty, you probably are getting the kids out some, huh? But I'm just mixing kind of as I go on my little coaster here on you. So if you're doing this, whatever you're on, wood or canvas, you can either mix it on your canvas or on, something like this, and then either way, but I like doing it as I go sometimes. So I'm just mixing the blue, green, and a little bit of yellow. Are you trying, Misty? Are you trying to get out or trying to stay home? What does that mean? And then I'm going to go in with just a little bit of white and kind of lighten everything up a little. And I may go right back over it with some, I just mix until I get a good color that I like. And I'm going over the sides. And Serenity, if you're still there, what about you? I know, Serenity, you've got 3 kids and 1 on the way, so it's really hard keeping kids entertained, isn't it? And yes, I get paint all over me when I paint, especially something this small. I'm having to hold it in my hand. I really need baby wipes. That would keep that. But anyway, see how I like that look, and I like the variation. Checking to see if you guys can see. So I'll just set that aside and let that dry. Yeah, I think we're all going stir crazy. I might make this one just a different background just for fun. Let's see. What if I do some blue and white mostly? If I get some green in there, it doesn't matter, but I'm just going to kind of blend on my coaster here on my surface. If you're just joining, let me know where you're from. Just if you're from Texas or another state, I'd love to know who's watching. Yeah, that's a pretty blue. I like that blue. And a lot of times, if I'm not a patient painter, so I will use a hairdryer and speed it along. But I won't do that to y'all tonight since it's loud and noisy, but it's real helpful when you aren't patient like me. You want to just get it done in one sitting. Can y'all believe that we're at the end of July? It's crazy how you think, when all COVID started, it was like in March or something, and it's like, oh, a couple of weeks, and here we are. That's right. Serenity, did you guys move? I remember seeing y'all were looking, but I never heard if you actually found somewhere. I'm almost dry brushing this white on. I'm just kind of adding the white softly on top. But you can mix it however you want. If you want more blue, green, whatever. So I'm just kind of doing a variety of surfaces just to see what I like, really, and just kind of playing around and experimenting. And then this one, I think I'll do some green and white. And I may go back in with some blue, but let's see. I like mixing just on what I'm doing and just kind of as I go. I do too. I love this blue. This, what I'm using is the heavy body, so it's thick paint. And this one is phthalo blue. And it's such a pretty color by itself. Let me show you. But then it just mixes really good with other things. Can you see? I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really into paint, y'all. I love good paint. I love pretty paint. I usually use the inexpensive craft paint, you know, just acrylic paint. But the heavy bodied like this are so good to work with, and I love them. And since I'm not using very much on these small surfaces, I didn't mind using it tonight. But okay, wait until after the baby, Serenity. Yeah. Well, and it's so hot. This is a terrible time to move. We're missing out on getting to see your pregnant belly, Serenity. Or I am anyway. I miss seeing everybody. Oh yeah, these are so old. Let me tell you how old. These were my mom's when I lived at home. So I'm not even gonna tell you how old they are. But since they're that old and they've been used, and I didn't really want to use them for anything, I am just using them for my paint surface. And I will, you would think I grew up in the Depression, not her. I will use one side, then turn it over, use the other side. Guess what? Split it open, make two, and then I've got, I mean, it's just crazy. But she raised me. That's how she was, so that's how I am. I reuse and make everything go a long way. It's funny. I know. Oh, yeah. Being so big. Well, at least you're, I guess, having to be inside mostly, and it's not like you're traipsing around town all the time, big and pregnant. That's so hard. So this one I'm doing more really mixed blue and green. So these will be ready to paint later. Maybe I'll get to them. Yeah, I probably will, because they'll dry fast. Have you girls seen the libraries have been doing stuff for kids? Have y'all been taking part of that? Just happened to see it on Instagram one day. And I don't even remember. I think they were doing, I don't know if it was art or what. They were doing something and said you could go pick up a kit. But I love that. I think there needs to be more of that. Just things to help keep the kids occupied. I've done lots of those kids kits until I started really running out of everything, and then you can't find paint. Like, I'm just ordering online, and so many places will say out of stock, back order. So I think a lot of people are, and it's just harder to find paint right now. Josh says it's a terrible time to be pregnant. Yeah. Well, that's funny. He should ask you, right? Yeah. Tell me I know. So y'all haven't seen the library's offerings? I'm not sure exactly what they were doing. I've seen a lot of cute things. I have a friend that offered some kits to go along with books. So you read the book and then you get the art kit. I thought that was a super cute idea. But she doesn't live in Texas. Okay, so I'll put these aside and we'll paint those, like, you know, that's something on top of it. This is one that I had done before I started, and we'll paint on top of it because it's already dry. Gotta keep my brushes in the, yeah, Misty, check that out. Hey, Mary, how are you? I know, Mary, did you have COVID or did you just have a scare? I've seen a lot of people that have had to be tested, but I don't know if you ever got your diagnosis or if you just kind of thought you had it. Or Yeah, that's the thing, Misty. We're all feeling out of the loop. I mean, I'm sure. Because nobody's really getting together, and it's just, we need to do more things online. You know, like we can do these paint parties, guys. We can do these if people have paint supplies, especially. So inexpensive. Okay, so I'm gonna do a base for my sunflower, and since this is dark, I'm gonna go ahead and put some white down. I have my sunflower. I think I'll have it off to the side, so that'll just be a base for it. So my color will pop better. Let me read your comments, Randy. Oh, how nice. So do the boys watercolor? Do they like to sit down and do it? I bet Jubilee does. Your boys are so active, I can't picture them just sitting and painting. But yeah, I bet it's good. Sometimes they will. Looking for a red that I want, and I don't see it. I wanted kind of a darker red. This will work. This is probably, no, that's not dark enough. Because my sunflower middle is going to be brown, but I want to put something down first. So I'm going to put a little, and that's too berry, but I'm going to mix and I'll get what I want. I'm just going to mix this red and a berry color until I get the way I want it. And I can add a little green to darken it up and make it look a little browner. This will be a good base. Okay, so this is just going to be a base, so don't let it scare you for my middle. And normally I let this dry, but it's okay. Hey, I see some other people on live, so if you're watching, tell me where you're from. Or just tell me, say hi. I just want to see that people are here. I can see a number, but of course don't know who it is. But it's just always nice to have company when you're painting. Let's see if any of these are dry. That blue is really pretty. These are just thin little MDF, I guess, so they're going to dry real fast. I'm going to try painting on top of one of these too. We say let your brush do the work, so I'm just kind of twirling it through and it makes the circle for me. Of course, nothing in nature is exact anyway, so none of that matters. You could go pick any flower out there and it's not going to be perfect round. Hey, Terry from Nevada. So I guess it's hot there too. I'm going to make this a little bigger. I might have some petals coming off the page, or off the, thing, and I like that. I like things off center and then maybe the petals coming off. I don't like everything just so in the middle. That one's still drying, but you know me, I'm going to go ahead and put something down. Hey, Christina, how are you today? Christina, did you get your trucks? I'm thinking I've been watching shipping because I know everything's been so delayed, but I think I saw that you got yours, right? Hi, Pam from Tennessee. I love seeing Tennessee. That's where my brother is. He's in Murfreesboro, so right by Nashville. I'm really liking, this is like a plum color, but I'm thinking this is going to be a good base for my brown, so I like it. 102. Yeah, I don't even look anymore. I don't know how hot it was here today. Did y'all get some rain, or are you getting some rain? I think I heard that about Tennessee. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? I can't see where something's wrong with my screen. Where are you from? Will you type where you're from, because it went off the screen? My computer, something's wrong with it, so I can't see things at the very... Are you, Christina? Good. Christina got one of those ceramic trucks, so I can't wait to see what she does with it and just how it looks. It's so fun seeing everybody paint theirs, and I like to see if you antique it or not, or if you just, you know, keep it like it is. It's just really cool. I think it's one of the funnest things about when you share something like this and then you see somebody else do it. It's so fun to see. Honolulu. I knew you were from Hawaii. I knew that. Gosh. That is just a dream of mine. And I picture like that's what heaven's like. Just beautiful. Have you always lived there, or what got you out to Hawaii if you didn't grow up there? I love Texas, but you know, it's funny how you're just born somewhere, and so that's usually where you live, and some people are just born in Hawaii. Okay, so on my oh, hope I'm staying in the screen. I wasn't thinking. So on this, if I'm gonna do it perfectly, or not perfectly, but you know, if I'm gonna really care, I will make like a cross on this. I'll just show you in chalk. It'll be easier than me trying to explain. So I'll make like a, that's still a little wet, so like this, and then I'll go this way. Okay, y'all see that? And then I know where I want my petals. So and of course I'll come in the middle of those and do some more. And this is just in chalk, so you know, it's just kind of a guide. Nothing has to be perfect. My favorite phrase, nothing has to be perfect. This is just fun. My art is just fun. It's not anything fancy, exact. It's just fun. So you see, I mean, I'm not even getting this on perfect. I'm just kind of getting it on here so I know where my petals need to be. Like that. So now you've got your flower kind of drawn on with chalk. Oh, Terry, really? Oh, man, that is so great. Hi, Sherry. I'm so glad you're here. Yep, Rhonda, me too. Born and raised here in Texas. So, Rhonda, that's cool. When he first told you that y'all were going to Hawaii, were you happy? Because, I mean, still, you'd probably be leaving family and friends behind. So, I mean, I don't know. That would be hard, too. Isn't that funny how, Terry, how you go from Hawaii and then, well, California to Hawaii and then Nevada? Is that where, Nevada? Where did you say you were from, Terry? Oh, Christina, that happens so much, so many times, especially young people will say, you know, when I graduate, I'm getting out of here and never looking back. And then they all go back. My kids were raised in a very small town out in West Texas, and all the kids there said that. They would say, you know, once I'm out of here, once I graduate, I'll never be back. And so many of them are there, like, I meant to do some red on the petals too. They'll be right back there running the businesses, you know, now. So you can't say never, because something draws us home, usually family. So I'm just mixing up to get kind of an orangey red for my base of my sunflower. I like a lot of variation. I painted some pumpkins. Let me see if I can find those. Excuse my arm if it's in front of you. And that's part of the fun for me, is layering the colors. So here's the pumpkins I did last night. And I just will layer and layer until I get it the way I want it. But anyway, that's what I'm going to kind of do with the sunflowers. I'll put some of the darker red on first, and then go over it with other colors. And I don't even worry about it being perfect, like I told you. And I usually follow my lines of what I've got kind of drawn on. And in some places I do it a little thicker. So like, for example, I might do a thick one here and maybe here, and then kind of thin in here. But you know, I don't do a solid base, is what I'm saying. This is just one way to do them. There's so many ways. Yes, they're coasters. Sorry, I forgot. Some of y'all weren't here at the very beginning, but I have just MDF coasters, and decided to do something with them. And so today I was like, I haven't been painting anything summer. All I've been doing is Christmas in July. So I decided to do some sunflowers. But I was telling them I don't always use them as coasters. Sometimes I do. I've made some for like people that I used to work with or something, but I like to, like, when this is done, take ribbon and hot glue on the back, and then you can hang it up so it's like a little ornament. Or you could drill a hole in it and make an ornament. Or just set it in a tiny easel. There's a lot you can do with these things besides coasters. So just kind of getting the paint on there and making sure it's not too perfect. So I want some places that don't even have have red or very much red. Oh really, Rhonda? Wichita Falls. Thanks, Terry. Oh, so is your family, Terry, still in California? That's hard. I know it was hard on my brother when my mom was aging and sick, and it's so hard when you're far away and you never know when to go. Like, do I need to go now? Should I save my time? Is she going to get worse? And it's just hard making all those decisions. Is there anybody online tonight with me that is part of my new group called Grace? Do we have anybody on that's watching? I did my founding member search recently, and then closed it and got my founding members, and we will be beginning August 1st, and then kind of planning I've got everything planned for August and September, but I like to find out from them what they want and what they are looking for, and some of the things that they want to do, and we'll add and take away and all that. But yes, that's right, Christina. I'm glad you're still here. I was so glad to see that so many wanted to get on at the founding rate. It's so smart to get in early, because I've definitely seen things like that where I'm like, should I do it now? And yeah, it's always good to get in early. But anyway, on August 22nd, it opens up again, and I'll be excited to add on anybody else that's wanting to get in. There's a wait list on my page. Actually, it's under events, but that one's really thick, but that's good. I like the variety. But you can go get on the wait list, and that way, when it opens back up, you'll get in. And there are times when I will take somebody off the wait list and just let them in for fun. I like to do surprises. But as you see, I just kind of, as I go, if I see that I need more somewhere, I just, yeah, like like that. I like that. Kind of like that thick look some places. I'm definitely just a feel. I just look at it and feel what it needs and then adjust. Let me see. I'm probably missing comments and I'll go back if I... Yes, Rhonda, they are. It's so expensive to live in California, isn't it? So beautiful, but yeah, it's really pricey. We have a lot of people moving to Texas from California. It's very, I think it's expensive, but yeah, comparatively, it's inexpensive to live here. And then, while I'm thinking about it, I'll tell you, I always pick somewhere that my light is coming from. So let me see if you can see. So for example, if my light is coming from this direction, then all of these petals will have a brighter, lighter yellow at the end, and then these would be darker. So I just thought I'd mention that since I saw a lot of yellow in that one. I'll definitely go back and make that darker. It's already coming together, isn't it? Are y'all sunflower people? I kind of got burnt out because I used to have my kitchen sunflower years ago. You know, everything comes and goes, and so it was so in at one time and then it was out, but I'm seeing a lot of sunflowers. Okay. Does anybody else join in that I haven't seen yet? Just let me know you're here if you've popped in since I saw earlier. And I usually will put kind of the darker color down here at the base. So I'm just going to go through and add some red right in here. Oh, cattails. Is that what you mean painting them, Christina? Okay. While I am just experimenting with color, I'm going to add some copper. Oh, it's the prettiest. I gotta show y'all. Let me see if I can do this without spilling it. My hands are filthy from this. Can you see this? I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's the prettiest copper color. Let me find what it is so I can tell you. Oh, it is copper from Deco Art. It is really, really pretty. Let me see if I can, hopefully it'll show up when I do this. Does it show up? I'm just starting at the base of that red and just dragging it up a little. I don't want a lot of it, but I just want a little down the base and kind of drag it up a little. Yeah, that copper is so pretty. I try to work it in whenever I can. It's like the gold. I have another metallic gold that I like. Serenity, yeah, it's so funny because I just got burnt out on them, but I'm starting to kind of like them again. I mean, I probably wouldn't have my kitchen like that again, but it's just funny how everything that it goes out comes back. So just dragging a little bit of that copper up into the petals. I'll probably add some in the middle once I'm done with the brown. Okay, so now I'm going to find my yellow. Here it is. Got stuff spread everywhere. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about this texture gold? You know, I should be getting a commission because I talk about their paint all the time. I just love it, and I have no affiliation with it. I mean, it's not like, but this is the prettiest paint I've ever seen. It's the perfect color gold, and it's thick and creamy, and this little tub will last me forever. I mean, I don't use it a lot, so yeah, it'll last me forever. I try to keep the lid on really good. But it's, what is the actual name? I don't think it's just gold, is it? Might be. Gold, I guess that's it. But anyway, I just love that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna well, actually I wanna keep going with the yellow. I was gonna let that sit for a minute, but I think I do wanna keep going on that. That way they'll all kind of blend together. This I'm going to put on kind of thick, but I'm not going to put it, you know, in every single spot because I love to have the variety of colors. So just kind of adding it on pretty thick and then moving it around to where I want it. And since these are, you know, whimsical, you know, the sky's the limit. You do what you want to do on something like this. Christine, are you talking about the gold, the deco art from the gold metallic? If so, I get it at Michael's. And they, you know, have a lot of times 40% off coupon. I have not seen a lot of 40% lately, but I try to always wait till they do. And that's when I would get it. Extreme Sheen in the 24-ounce bottle. That's different than what I have. I'm looking at mine to see what it says. I have this one that I love, Rose Gold by Deco Art. Dazzling Metallic. Oh, I love that too. If you're just popping on, we're just painting coasters. Just let me know that you're here and say hi. But I had these coasters that I'm telling them I probably won't use it as a coaster. I'll probably put a ribbon and hang it like a little ornament. Thanks, Terry. This is just playtime. I mean, I'm kind of like, hopefully it turns out. We'll see. But I do like I love texture paint, and I'm putting it on thick, so I love how that looks. My petals, I didn't keep them how I should have. You know, I'm just kind of going for it because I'm talking. When I talk, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to be honest. I have to really work on that. Oh, hey, Julie. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? That's funny. I say seen you, but you know what I mean. Christmas in July has everybody busy. Julie made the cutest Santa on the beach. Or was it, no, snowman, sorry, not Santa, snowman. Okay, so I got my petals done. Oh, Christina, you don't have a Michaels? Can you order? Yeah, I bet you can order from Michaels online. That's what I would do, because I still think it'll be cheaper to use that coupon. So I'm gonna mix some brown, but I want some texture. Oops. So here's this. This is the meat gel medium. So it comes like this. It's a kind of a thick, creamy paste. You see that? So see how if I turn that upside down, it just stays. It's definitely thick. And if I add this to my brown, it's gonna make it really textured, and I love that. It'll be more like a heavy bodied paint. So it's not just runny or anything. Can y'all see my palette? It's so funny. Just a piece of plastic. And then I'll take a little bit of that and put it to the side. And I'm gonna add a little, probably add a tiny bit of blue. Just anything other than just flat brown. So now I've got the two, and I'll kind of mix. But I'm just kind of putting that on there like this, just not perfect, just dotting it on, sort of. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Hi, Debbie. Was that you, Heart Lady? That was sweet. I looked over and saw those going up. Oh, and we can't say the word, you know, I don't know how to say it. How do you say that without saying it? But like a lot of people are saying sprinkle the love, which just means if you have friends that might like to see this, just let them see it. You probably get what I'm saying. If anybody wants to, that would be great. Or tag a friend if you think they might like to paint. The way that I do it is just so carefree and easy, not perfect. I mean, when I was teaching in-person paint parties, I tried to give people the freedom to just, you know, let go and do what they want to do. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's obviously not a real flower we're doing here, so it's just the illusion of a flower, or the, you know what it is when you look at this. So if you can paint that way, it really takes the stress off, and that's when it becomes really helpful and healing, and because you've just let go of your stresses from the day and just enjoy painting. And yeah, that's it, Serenity. I can't say it. I don't know all of Facebook's rules, but I know that's one of them. Now I'm going to go back into this copper and just dot it on just a little bit. Of course, yeah, I kind of want it to mix with what I have. Can y'all see the copper? So pretty. And if I feel like it needs it, I'll go back and darken it up, but I really like that. I like that sitting on top like that. Okay. You see? All right. I do like that. Now I can't decide how I want it. Yeah, I'd want it like that. And so this is how I think it should go. And then I'm going to do a little stem. Just part of the stem, obviously. So I'm just going to go into this green, but I also am going to take some blue. I'm going to put these on my brush at the same time. So the green, the blue, and a little yellow. So I've got them all on the brush, and I'm just going to put it down and then kind of twist for the stem. And it just gives the little dimension because all the colors are swirled in there. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. It's so nice to have feedback when you're painting. Yes, Julie, it's copper. Gosh, every time I put something down, I can't find it. It's the Deco Art thick-bodied copper. It's so pretty. Thanks, Serenity. And oh, Kathy, is a sunflower your favorite? You know, copper is coming back in. I keep seeing it like on, where did I see that? Kirkland's or somewhere. I was looking online. If I've missed any comments, I'll go back and read them. And then once this is dry, I will add some really light highlights to the stem, and I might add some stuff back into the petals. So, but I'm going to let this dry. And as you can see, it's thick, so it'll take through the night to dry. I am going to do one thing. Take a little more yellow and fix that right there. That bothers me. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I got these wood rounds for my group, the group I was talking about, Grace. We're going to be painting on these, so how about we give that a go real quick. I'll just see how far I get. And I'm trying to decide what I want to paint. Do I want to do a sunflower or something else? Maybe I'll do a pumpkin. I guess y'all can vote. Sunflower or pumpkin? I'll wait while y'all tell me. Sunflower or pumpkin, just type it. Can y'all see my coaster? This is what got me wanting to paint my wood coasters. My daughter gave me that. It's like ceramic. Isn't it cute? What do y'all think on here? Sunflower or pumpkin? Or cactus? We could do a cactus. Could do flowers. Are you obsessed with pumpkins? So are you into the orange? Okay, I'll do a pumpkin. Are y'all into the orange or like one of the more muted fall colors I'm seeing? Like, you know, soft green, soft blue, all that teal. I might use some of that really pretty blue background. So I'm going to switch to a much smaller, smaller brush for this. And I'll just mix up some teal here. White, teal, and pale green. Pretty. I'm going to lighten it up a little. Just adding some white to that to get a little bit lighter color. But I do like the, you know, variety. I don't like it just one. So I'll start with this. And I'm going to paint kind of the background here. And I'm thinking I might leave a little bit just so you can tell it's wood. I don't know. We'll see. Not even doing a base coat, but you could put down a base coat if you wanted to. Pumpkin and sunflower. Oh yeah, I should have done both on here, huh? They are pretty small. I've seen a lot of leopard print pumpkins, just like that coaster I just showed you. So I guess that'll be in for fall. It's hard to think about when it's 100 degrees outside. I feel like I'm getting paint all over me. If you just joined, let me know that you're here. Just say hey. I'm just having an easy, casual paint night. I'm just kind of winging it. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I can sit and watch somebody else paint and just get so relaxed. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Carrie. Glad y'all are here. I get so relaxed watching people paint. So if you get that relaxed watching them paint, then you know it's relaxing. So I think it would help a lot of people that, have just the stress. Everybody's got stress. There's no way you can get out of here without having stress. It's just the way it is. But this is super helpful. Teresa's one of my founding members. You have? What'd you paint, Teresa? I hope if you didn't get into Grace, that you'll consider getting in next time it opens. It's just going to be fantastic. I'm excited for Saturday. That's kind of our kickoff for the founding members. Okay, so that's a really pretty base. Can you see the color okay? Very pretty. Carrie, you painted birdhouses. Are they the little mini ones or did you do big ones? Oh, wow. What'd you make the mold out of? Are you doing ceramics or clay or what? You make the big ones, Carrie? Okay, so for a pumpkin, and I'm just, should I use chalk or should I just go for it? I think I'm going to go for it on the pumpkin shape. But I'm going to use this copper so y'all can see how pretty it is, just using it like that. Let's see. I'd always have to think about what a pumpkin looks like. So it's I can always fix this. I'm just kind of getting a general shape. If y'all can see this copper, do you like it? It is just the prettiest color. I'm getting quiet because I'm like, is this a good pumpkin shape? I guess I could look at my coaster. Oh, theirs is much rounder, but yeah. See, this is what I was going for, the more flatter. That's funny. A Lazy Susan. Man, that's awesome. Okay, so Teresa, Plaster of Paris. Oh, interesting. I'd like to know how to do that. Well, there they go. I started saying my comments were gone. Yeah, my most recent comments are gone. I don't know what happened. Let me try to refresh. Oh, good. Okay, they're back. So the Lazy Susan. Wow, Carrie, you're all over the place. You've got a lot of stuff going on. A bread box and a china cabinet. Oh, how neat. I want to see that. Oh, I love seeing what everybody's doing. That's fun. So for you guys that paint or craft, what made you start? Like, what got you started? Was it a family member, or, just what got you started to begin with? Or is it just something you've done so long you don't even know? For me, it was my grandma. She painted, or she did everything. She did the ceramic trees. I remember her doing those. She made quilts. She sewed a lot. I think that was a generational thing. During the Depression, everybody sewed their own clothes. What else did she do? I don't know. She just did so much, and that's what got me crochet. That's what got me into crafts. I just loved it right along with her. My mom did not. She never, that I can remember, I never remember her doing any kind of craft. She did know how to sew, but she didn't really sew for fun. She sewed out of necessity. Okay, so I like my pumpkin shape now. But this copper just goes on so pretty. So I'm gonna just have to let that dry, but I can tell I'm gonna want it to be textured. Serenity, you don't remember what got you? Yeah, sometimes, usually, we've just been doing it so long. I can remember my first thing that I ever made. It was in Sunday school. We made what we call Jesus sandals out of cardboard. So, like, I guess she took a cardboard box and cut it into the sandal shape. And then, as I remember, they had poked holes in them with probably like a hole punch. And then what we did was we colored them, and then we put yarn through them, and they helped them tie them on during class. So the minute I got home, I put those things on, and I can just remember wearing them till they just couldn't be worn any longer. And yeah, I still remember that. And I was probably, maybe first grade at the oldest, I would think. Okay, so there's that. And I will do a stem, but there's the pretty copper. Probably gonna go ahead and do a stem now. Just so I'll have that base part done. And since my teal is so dark, I might add a little bit of light into this to lighten it up. So I'm going to grab this lighter color brown and mix that with a little darker brown. And just make me a stem, kind of thick. Probably going to come back with a little more of the light. And then Austin's girlfriend, April, gave me some brushes the other day. Here it is. And I'm so happy to have them. It's so funny, but I'm so proud of this brush. I will never ruin this brush. It's so tiny and it works so good for if I'm wanting to do details. So I'm really thankful to have it. So I think for my stem, or for my little curlies, I'll probably use this color and maybe a little green, because I'm gonna add some green into my pumpkin. This will have to be some layers. I can't do it all while it's wet. I'm gonna add just a little bit of green in here. Actually, I'm going to add a little leaf. Not sure what the shape of a pumpkin leaf is. a little brown. Yeah, Serenity. Isn't it funny to get new brushes? I'm like, oh, love it. But you can do so much with this detail brush that you just can't do. There we go. That's how I wanted it. Okay. I just love that. I love that copper so much. Me too, Teresa. I just, and it's the way the handle is made. We'll talk about that inside Grace. I'll tell you guys all my favorite things to use, and you guys can tell me yours. We got to share all that knowledge, but it's just the best tip. I just love it. Okay, that's going to be cute. And then, of course, I will hang it with jute. So, I love that. Let me check on the sunflower. Yeah, that turned out cute. I'm going to go back and add a little bit of highlighting in here. Just going to take a little bit of white and kind of for the dark to stand out. You know, it really, the little tiny bits of white really help it pop. I like doing that around the edges. Kind of contrast with that blue. But a good brush makes this so much easier. Because you just want a little bit, you don't want a ton. Okay, I like that. So I might hang it with a ribbon, I don't know, but there's that one. And then my cute little pumpkin. I might even make him a leopard print, we'll see. But I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, I'm gonna bring you up. If anybody's still hung with me all this long. There. Thank you guys. I just wanted to pop on and do a little painting and thought I might as well go live and let you guys watch. I'm just thankful that you're here. And if you watch it on the replay, let me know you were here. It's hard to put yourself out there and just say, here's what I'm doing. What do you think? So I appreciate the support a lot. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again. Bye.